when you plan a FIFA World Cup event or an Olympic event, it's a lot like planning a party at your house. In '94, the city of Atlanta got awarded the Olympic Games, and I really wanted to work on the Olympics. And I was a Coke employee, and I knew Coke was a major sponsor. And I said, I want to work on this project, and they said, well, you're an engineer. We don't need engineers on this. This is more of a marketing project. So I knew that this company called Project Success was going to be doing the project management for Coca-Cola on the Olympics. So I quit the company, went to work for Project Success, went back to work as a contractor at Coke on the Olympics. So I did get to work on the Olympic project. I was going to do that for a short period of time and then ended up loving it so much that 31 years later, I'm still doing it. And of course, I still do all the Olympic planning for Coca-Cola, FIFA World Cups. I think I've done between Euros, FIFA World Cups, and Olympics. I've done over 30 major worldwide sporting events for Coca-Cola. But along the way, I also do a lot of other projects, not only for Coke, but for Caterpillar and other clients as well. And it could be everything from semiconductor projects in Silicon Valley to construction projects, renovation of an existing facility, to building a greenfield site in Danville, Kentucky, all the way to some of the biggest projects I worked on were in New York City. We're the owner's rep for One Bryant Park, which is the Bank of America building, the PwC headquarters, AOL Time Warner headquarters, and then also One World Trade, Freedom Tower. So those are some of the bigger construction projects.
I know you can't get into super detail on a lot of that, but just high level, like what sorts of stuff are you working on for them in that require your services there?
It's a lot like planning a party at your house. It really is. It has a lot of the same components. It's just that rather than one night, it'll last 17 days if it's an Olympics. It lasts 30 days if it's a World Cup event. Rather than one house, it's multiple stadiums. You still have an invite list, who you're going to invite. We sell tickets instead. You have to get product. In your party, it probably is beer and wine and some other good stuff. And then here it's more Coke and Coke products. You have to have a bunch saved in the back. And then, in our case, it's the fridge in the garage, the backup beer. So if we run out in the front, we got the cold stuff already ready to go. Same thing for the Olympics or FIFA World Cups. You've got storage containers, truck containers that are refrigerated full of product that's cold. So if they run out at one of the concession stands, whole product gets replaced. So it's really a lot like planning a party. The scale is just quite large. And so what we do is we go in and act as a facilitator since we've done them all since 1992, we've worked on every single one of these big events. We go in and we just help them structure what their work has to be, how it has to be done. And they do the work. So they're the experts of what it is they do, whether it's marketing or venue operations or government regulations or sustainability. We just help them map it all out. And we build a visual model on the wall, and then we actually computerize it. And then we use that plan to hold people accountable throughout the project.
I remember watching the torch run through in '96. Really cool stuff. I also know that we were building stuff all over the place in Atlanta. What kind of hand did you have in that process? And then was it building? Was it more on the planning the party side?
So basically we plan the activations for Coca-Cola. And that Coca-Cola doesn't build facilities, right? So I didn't really have to do any of that. They have agencies who come in and build their spectaculars and their interactives that they use. But as far as physical construction of a stadium or something like that, that's done by the OCOG, either the Olympic Organizing Committee or the IOC, and then the FIFA, the two groups, the OCOGs, which are the organizing committees. They handle the infrastructure piece, and we just have to make sure that we fit into them when they need it. I remember going on a project where they built the OCOG built the concession stand at the stadium to the wrong specs. So we go to deliver the equipment, it won't fit. So we had to build a temporary construction around. So outside of the real concession stand, we had to build a temporary one and then run power cords back to get everything to plug in because they built into the wrong specs. So that's not really something that we do. We just have to make sure that when they're ready, we're ready to move our stuff in and it's ready to go. It's branded correctly and things like that. Interesting note on the torch relay. So I actually was able to run with a torch in France last year as part of the 2024 Olympics, which was kind of a icing on the cake moment for me. I was going to ask to do it in LA in 2028, but then I got asked to run it in France, which is really pretty cool. It's an amazing. If you ever get a chance to do it, put your name in, volunteer, whatever. They have these promotions. It's amazing, really is.